Hello, my name's Lamaro. I practice in inner suburban Melbourne as a homeopath. I first started practicing in natural medicine in 1980, and my passion for homeopathy has led to a sole practice as a classical homeopath. People are often confused about the difference between homeopathy and naturopathy. In fact, they're two very distinct fields of work. Homeopathy has its own philosophy, its own body of literature, which is substantial over its 200 years of history, and more importantly, its own materia medica of substances which are derived from plants, minerals, and some animal substances. The medicines are drawn from nature, they're diluted so that any toxicity is removed, they're gentle and subtle in action, but very effective in terms of relieving the presenting complaints in very, very many cases. The way in which my particular practice has evolved is that because of homeopathy's focus on the mind and the emotions, I perhaps grew more and more interested in that field of work and have since trained, in fact, as a psychotherapist. So it's very common for me to receive referrals for conditions such as depression, anxiety, behavioural disorders in children, learning difficulties, or even behavioural problems for adults, such as obsessive compulsive disorder and so on. So none of these problems are outside the homeopathic realm of action, if you like. It's a truism in homeopathy that we often get to treat the cases that have been given up on by other modalities, if you like. The difficult to treat cases or the very chronic cases that mightn't have found a solution elsewhere, but there may be a particular presentation that leads well into a homeopathic plan of treatment. I've had the opportunity to work with many hundreds of people over the decades since 1980. In the case of children, you often get to see the most extraordinary circumstances. I had one little child who was, in a way, phobic about social occasions. He couldn't bear to be outside the family home or in a crowded situation at a party or in a shopping centre and so on. After treating that child with, I think it was maybe as little as one, but perhaps 1 or 2 doses of the medicine, this problem had completely resolved, much to the surprise of the parents and their delight, of course. What I particularly enjoy and cherish, in fact, about my homeopathic practice is the opportunity to not only assist people, but to share with them in a journey of transformation. Perhaps the old problem with self-consciousness reduces, their anxiety abates, they begin to be free of an old troubling pattern of thought that might have troubled them for many, many years. When you're working with a person in a holistic paradigm, this is in fact what we're witnessing in the journey of health with homeopathy.